In a world where magic is real, treasure is but a quest away, and peasants are still peasants. An uneasy peace has reigned due to the stalemate between the heroic Phileas the Green and the villainous Hare Man. But now, 4 new adventurers are answering the call. Rononer, Human Paladin. Immaculata Unguibus, Human Cleric. Deirdre Briarsong, Half-Elf Warlock. And Ates, the Goblin Rogue. Welcome to TBD&D.
Welcome to the Big Theater. First off, from everyone who's been to the Big Theater before, can I get a big huzzah? Huzzah! And to everyone who's here for the first time, can I please get a burn him? Burn him! To everyone who just shouted at me, burn him! A few notes of business. Obviously, this is an improvised D&D role-playing show. It's going to be a lot of fun, but first, we have to teach you how to buy drinks. That's the important bit. Thank you. I know what my audience wants. So, if at any time during the show you wish to purchase another drink, there are these little orbs on your table. If you click them on, they should light up. At that point, our bartender, Kelsey, will be sticking her head in from time to time. Let's give her a round of applause for Kelsey. She will stop by to take your order. If you are wondering what the menu is, on those tables are little QR codes that you can scan on your phone, so you can take a look at that. Also, I'm supposed to promote that we have a health potion for sale tonight, which is going to be very good. At least Phil thinks so, right, Phil? Yeah! Yeah, he's managing a lot of electronics. It's not going to be a problem. So, at any time, please turn these lights on and Kelsey will come by and take your order. We will also have a brief intermission about halfway through the show, so at that time you can also run to the bar, run to the bathroom, so do not worry. Another thing that you should understand is that this is not a standard show. There's a lot of things that go on in this show that I might need to explain. So to help me with this, Brian is going to come out on stage. Brian? In real life, we don't know the results of our actions or how things are going to turn out. However, in this show, our fate is determined by the roll of a die. This die has numbers on it from 1 to 20, and our successes and failures are going to range from a level of 1 to 20. So, for instance, if I come up to Brian and I'm like, hey, give me all your money, I'm robbing you, and I roll a 1, he's going to say, how about you give me your money instead? And then I'm going to give him his money because I failed so spectacularly. This is not a real thing that happened to me. I'm not scared of Brian, I swear. However, if I go up to Brian, I say, you know what? I'm robbing you all of your money, and I get a 20. Take it all! Just take it and take my girlfriend and my kids. and then I become a father really quickly. It's very, very disturbing to me, but you can see how it works. Anywhere from 1 to 20. Also, you may have noticed these 2 green things on my chest. These represent my hit points. So if I get hurt throughout this story, and Brian, say, attacks me, slam! And I lose a hit point, I am very near death right now. You can tell by that light in the cube. And if he decides to hit me again because he's super mean, I am mean. Slam! And now, I am dead. I am dead.
And I'm surprised because I'm never that successful on my rolls.
But I think that you've heard enough from me and Brian at this point. I think that you're ready for the show to begin. Are you ready for the show to begin? this show, we won't know what to do next. We're going to need some guidance from you. So if we ever call out to the god Audiencia, which stands for audience, that means you. And we might ask for your guidance, whether it be a name or what we should do next. If that happens, please just yell out what we think you should do. You got it? Yeah. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, in that case, let the show begin!
Previously on TBD&D. Our adventure began in Huzzah's, a tavern where nobody knows your name, but everybody curses it anyway. And Milton, the friendly tavern keeper, serves cold glasses of gold.
Milk for you? And here's another glass of milk for you. Thank you. Huzzah!
Our heroes, Ronina, the human paladin.
I'm Ronina, the human paladin.
Deirdre, the half-elf warlock.
I'm Deirdre, the half-elf warlock.
Immaculata, the human cleric.
I'm Immaculata, the human cleric.
And Ace, the goblin rogue.
I'm old.
Discovered the petrified bodies of the heroic Phileas the Green and the great villain, her man.
They just leave bodies around this bar.
The petrified. I'm petrified.
All right.
After getting their butts kicked by the evil metaphor, our heroes answered the call of adventure and journeyed to find the ghost mint requested by Milton.
I need a ghost mint. It's in that cave over there. To the cave!
It's this way.
When they entered the cave, they found a cave troll and used the power of sadness to defeat that troll.
Oh, I'm defeated!
They sang pop punk at a pledge.
Hey!
Let's go! Hey! Oh! Let's go!
And escaped from the cave while fleeing from a number of advancing stalagmites and stalactites.
Flee! Thank goodness rocks don't move quickly.
We're slowly growing towards you.
Do a head thing.
With the ghost mint in hand and the rocks growing at a rate of about 1 foot per 1,000 years, our heroes traveled back to Milton, who revealed the existence of an amulet of resurrection, the only tool that could revive Phileas the Green, now split into 4 pieces.
So there's an amulet of resurrection that can revive Phileas the Green, but it's been split into 4 pieces. Did you do something weird to the amulet? Not this time.
Before they could leave the bar, though, the town guards stormed in to find dead bodies scattered around the bar.
Look at all those dead bodies.
You guys have done this. They were like that when we got here.
Just blame the goblin.
The town guard attacked and caused grievous injury to our party.
My hair.
And the great god Hortensia dispatched our heroes to Elf City in search of the first piece of the amulet. Will our heroes find the amulet before the metaphor? Will Deirdre the half-elf be able to confront her past? Will Ronina find his hair? Find out on tonight's TBD&D.
Treasure is but a quest away, and peasants are still peasants. An uneasy peace has reigned due to the stalemate between the heroic Phileas the Green and the villainous Hair Man. But now, for new adventurers, are answering the call. Rononer, human paladin. Immaculata Unguibus, human cleric. Deirdre Briarsong, half-elf warlock. And Ace, the goblin rogue. Welcome to TBD&D.
We find ourselves in a peaceful clearing. Our four adventurers find themselves making camp for the night after a long day of travel.
Oh, that was a long day of travel. My feet are killing me.
I'll get the fire started.
I'll gather some wood. Over by this copse of trees.
I'm just going to pace back and forth. Back
So
and forth.
you people made fun of me when I included a giant ham in my supplies, but it is certainly going to come in handy tonight.
Why are you so
What?
agitated?
Why do you think I'm agitated? We're going to my home. I don't want to go there.
But it's Elf City, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
It's not Elf City. It's the Briarwoods. Why do people always keep calling it Elf City?
Secret Flafada.
Yes.
Oh,
Watch the blue flame.
oh,
Yes.
Eggs, make yourself useful and go set up my pampered chef ultralight ultrasound portable table for use for outdoor entertainment.
Yes, sure.
We do not need any of that.
We aren't animals, dear. There are rules to society.
We're technically animals.
What?
I'm not a rock, okay?
One wonders sometimes.
Is there an on switch?
Cooking in the outdoors, isn't it cheer? I like to cook outdoors for those I find dear.
So you never stop singing ever.
I find that singing brings that little touch of joy into people's lives that's so missing these days. Oh, Deirdre.
Should we have a vote? She's not singing no more.
I'm voting for that, yes.
So who gets to sing? I get to sing.
No one sings, alright?
Oh, it's the goblin gets none.
You did place the table here, dear.
It's right over there. I mean, it's right over there.
Ah!
Pardon us. Luckily, this has wheels. And look at the draw space.
Deidre, what do we need to know about Elf City? Do they have a salon or wig store or anything there?
No, actually, elves just grow hair like normal people. I'm sorry you lost your hair. I know it's like your identity or something, but
It's fine.
you're just gonna have to live with it.
It's fine. It'll grow back.
Alright, there is something you need to know about Elf City. The Briarwoods. They do not like humans.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Even someone like me is well-mannered and properly schooled in the proper way of doing things. Surely they'll enjoy me.
I suppose they'll tolerate you, but this one,
Well, I'm ill-mannered and I never went to any school.
right, that's why.
But look at his biceps, they're so huge. They're amazing.
Might any elf that dares to hate me. It'll hurt my heart.
Oh, Oh, Ronan, just follow my lead, dear. I am schooled in elven rules and manners. They taught us that.
Oh, you are?
Yes, they taught us that at the castle when we were throwing parties. We often entertained.
Oh, did you?
Yes, we did. Elfin lords and ladies, and they would come. Back your table.
Here's a snake. We can eat this.
I'm gonna lean this table against the tree before it falls over.
Wait, my ham.
Here it is. It's a bigot.
With that, the party set about eating their ham. Eat the ham.
Everybody take a seat at the table.
And decided to have a good night.
I set a lovely table. Oh.
They decided to sleep and prepare for the next day's travel.
Well, I'm cashing in.
Well, I will take guard so no one gets hurt.
Okay, we're trusting you,
Yeah.
mates.
Yes.
Wake me up and I like to get 10 to 12 hours.
Yes.
The next morning, they woke and decided that they were ready to go on in the journey.
Hey, it's 8.
I know who you are.
Yes.
Were you like sitting there? That's great.
You look very cute tonight.
Well, everybody, you'll be happy to hear that I have prepared coffee for this morning.
Give me.
It was for all of us, but I know.
After Deirdre had drank all of the coffee, they set out on their journey. And on their way to Elf City, they encountered a dog that thinks he is a cat. Thank you, Audiencia.
What foul beast is this?
Wow, he's adorable. Oh.
Dear kitty, doggy, he doesn't understand.
Alright, I'll handle this. I can speak to little beasties, right? So I cast wee little beastie speech.
With that, the magic happens, and Deirdre starts to speak in cat dog.
Yeah, he thinks he's a cat.
Meow meow.
Well, speak to him in cat then, dear.
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow meow.
Meow,
Meow 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 meow.
Yeah, right.
She loses her accent when she speaks in cat.
It's like a band. When they sing, they don't,
It's amazing. She is so mystical. And
Ace
magic.
takes 1 point of hit point damage for breaking the 4th wall.
Always the dog.
So, we're on our way to the Briarwoods. I agree with him, we shouldn't go.
We have to go. That's what that bartender, whose name I can't recall, said.
We need to find our piece of the amulet.
Does dog cats? What is it, cat dog? Identification and names are important.
It is dog cat so that we don't get sued by Nickelodeon.
Dog cat, does he know where Elf City is?
I know where Elf City
She knows she's from Elf City, AIDS. Come on.
I don't have a map. I don't know the story.
Why would a map tell you that Deidre was from Elf City? God.
I don't know. I will just take another hit when
Yeah.
you're dead.
All right. Before we go any further, I'm gonna cast Laying on Hands until gates and make sure that he gets some hit points back, okay? We're
Or
just gonna make sure that in case anything, in case this thing turns into something else and starts attacking us, he can't take another hit. So I'm gonna cast the Mighty Paladin spell, Healing Hands. This will hurt just a little bit.
Nothing happened.
Here you go, all bet.
good job.
It still hurts here?
That's all right.
Here?
You won't need those. I'll carry you.
You're still here.
Dogcat had one last thing to do, and that was to bestow its blessing on Ace.
He doesn't need it, he's fine.
Look at this cat. Oh, ah, yes. Yes. Oh, what are you doing back there?
One hit point.
I feel so much. This is yours. But I feel so much better. Thank you, kid.
With that, the party moved on and finally saw over the top of the hill the gates to Elf City.
I see the gates to Elf City.
In front of the gates, they saw two guards who seemed to be rather bored but also snooty.
Yeah, well, look what's coming in the riffraff.
Greetings. I've come back home to speak to my father.
Ah, Deirdre, the half-human.
And half elf.
But half-human. I'm whole human, buddy. Say something. All right. Sorry, you got this.
In order for them to get through, there will be a test.
A test for each of you.
First off, you there, hold this delicious fresh baked pie.
Do not eat
And
that.
you, Deirdre, a riddle for you. For your half-human mind, it may be difficult to comprehend. The number 50. What is half of that? It's impossible. Pie!
25.
You have passed, you made it to Elf City.
May I approach?
For you,
Yes.
we have a riddle.
Ooh, I love riddles.
Judging by your clothing, you may actually get this. What vegetable has skin, eyes, but no teeth?
That would be the beloved potato, which has so many uses and different cuisines. While just
3 hours later.
And you, what class are you? 25! Incorrect! So incorrect! You must be sent to Elf Jail. Come on, take him to Elf Jail. No, I'm not.
Bad answers go to jail. Take your hit points with you.
And what have you done with this pie?
I've held it and caressed it.
You have not eaten the pie?
What do you define
Give me
as...
that back, heathen!
What do you define as eat?
I told you how delicious this pie was. I expected you to eat it.
It's so confusing.
Elf Jail for you!
Guards, take him away!
I want my pie! I want my pie!
We find ourselves in the main square of Elf City. Immaculata and Deirdre are astonished by all the tall tree buildings around them, which seems like a bad way of building buildings.
Oh, I know you have some bad memories from this place, Deirdre, but I do have to say it's beautiful.
Great. It's so pretty because it's so perfect. Nothing's wrong in the Briarwoods.
You say that as if quite a few things are wrong, Deidre.
Right? Like that I'm stuck with you and they got themselves in jail?
Yes, we will need to get them out.
So, let's get on with it then. I don't want to be here longer than I have to.
How did they hurt you, dear? What did they do?
What did you think they did?
Ostracized you? Treated you as less than? Made you cook from a Betty Crocker cookbook?
No, I don't cook from Betty Crocker. I don't cook at all. I just don't want to be here, alright? Got a lot of bad memories.
With that, approaching them in this main square, a familiar, yet slightly evil face appears out of the crowd.
You.
Funny seeing you here.
Yeah, funny. Funny seeing you.
Great comeback, Deirdre.
I'm guessing you're here for part of the amulet too.
I am, actually.
And do you know where it's at?
Yes, I do.
What?
Yes. It's in one of the places that I used to go when I lived here.
That is surprisingly accurate for a half-human.
Excuse me.
I believe you heard me.
Did you hear him?
I did hear him, and I will thank you not to insult this lovely young maiden.
You literally brought a human to have your back? Is that what you need?
I
More
did.
human?
And she's like so much better than you. Yeah.
How long have you known her?
A little bit.
And how long have you known me?
Long enough to know that you, sir, are a dastard.
You don't even recognize him. You don't even recognize your own brother. That's how long it's been since you've been here.
Gasp!
What?
You really don't remember at all. Your younger brother, your younger, better looking, taller brother,
Excuse me.
the one brother you have.
Well, I've got a lot of brothers, actually.
Oh, that's because your mom's a human. Human. Because it's not dad. Well, it might be dad, actually.
Ew.
Why are you insulting her for being half human? If you are her brother, then you must be half human as well.
No. We don't share a mother.
I've got a lot of siblings, and most of them are full elves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, while you're here, I suggest you go and check out your mom's old cottage, because it's been a while since you've seen that, right? And then I'll meet you at Dad's place, because if you already know, Dad has the amulet piece. And if you think he's going to give it to a half-human over me, his real son, I'll wait for you. I'll let you see him give it to me. How's that?
Dad loved my mother better than yours.
Yeah, but he loves me more than you, and that's what matters here.
I don't think so.
Great. I'll see you at Dad's then.
I'll see you there. Bunny.
Papa Smoke
Bunny the
disappears.
elf.
Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Ace and Ronan are getting acquainted with their new date's elf prison.
They can't treat me like this. I'm Ronan of the human pal.
This is so not right. I did nothing. I was gentle and kind to the pie.
What? I'm sorry I told you to not eat the pie. You were supposed to eat the pie.
I think I would have been messed with either way, to tell you the truth.
Solitary
Elves are
confinement was
notorious.
better than you two. Huh? Solitary confinement was better than you two.
At that point, Ronan and Ace began to realize that they had been very self-involved and had ignored the third prisoner that had been in the cell the entire time.
Has this guy been in the cell the entire time?
Apparently we blew on perception rolls.
All right, what's your story?
He has
trade with one human and suddenly, boom, you're in jail.
You traded what with a human?
Just some elf magic.
You're an elf.
It's Elf City. Of course I'm an elf.
But you're the best looking one I've seen.
We're elves too. We're both elves.
Deception check.
Yes. I do have good ears.
Yeah, you don't need
With a 2, it became quite apparent that Ronina, who had previously announced himself as a human paladin, was not an elf.
You managed to disguise yourself as a human paladin? That's really good.
Okay, can I level with you, buddy? We're here for the amulet. We're here for a quarter of an amulet, okay?
Yeah, you mean the one that the big guy has?
Who's the big guy?
Head to Elf City.
You mean?
We know what you're talking about, but why don't you say what we're talking about?
They want to say it at the same time.
Lord Briarwoods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yep, the big guy. Yep, we're here for his shit. Where would you say that Lord Briarwood would keep the amulet?
Well, probably in his big-ass house on top of the hill.
Top of the hill.
At that point, the elf prisoner realized that Ronina and Ape stood no chance of approaching the big house on the hill, because only people with hair can approach the big house on the hill.
We're really proud of our elf hair here.
Do you guys have like a wig shop, or even just like a lids or something?
Why are elves such baldists? Why this bald hate?
Alright, tell you what, man, there's a couple options you might have. We gotta get out of this prison first.
Well, what are the options?
Well, there is a salon in the town square.
And they can make my hair grow? Or can they cover it up?
They work magic with hair.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Also, there's a wig maker on the dark side of town for those elves who are going a little bit.
Hey, don't tell them about the dark side of town. Wishmaker.
Has this guy been here the whole time too?
Yes, among the gods! I'm watching yourselves.
We are terrible.
Down. Are you talking about getting out of here?
Ronina rolled a 3 on his perception check and didn't realize there were other guards also surrounding the cassette.
Okay, if it's just the 4 of us here, then yes, we're trying to get out of here.
Here's our bill.
Excuse me, you
What?
guys talking about escaping?
Has this guy been here the whole time?
I was wondering who threw you in here. Do you not remember me grabbing both of you?
This is why I told the king to make see-through walls, so they could see us from the inside.
This guy is a pervert. I want to get out of here.
Does he have the keys on him as I look?
Wait a minute.
As Ace searched the guard's pockets for the keys, he rolled 15 and found the keys to the cell and successfully avoided being detected.
Okay, I think they're all perverts, Aids. We gotta get out of here.
Ronina rolled a perception check to find out if they were indeed all perverts. With a 19, Ronina knows that at least 2 of them are perverts.
I've seen you all on Reddit, and I've looked into all your post histories, and you're all perverts.
Bro, show the rack back in and put him back on the rack. Make a distraction.
I dropped my wallet.
No!
While he was searching for his wallet, Ace picked the lock on the cell door and gestured for Ronina to follow him. To be clear, Ace picked the lock using the keys that he'd just stolen. He didn't think to just stick it in and turn it. He picked the lock with the key.
Thank you, Elf. I will remember you when I destroy this town.
Hey, guys.
As they left the very friendly prison, they found themselves deciding where they should go to solve their hair problem.
Where should we go for our hair? It's a problem.
I don't want fake hair. I'm not one of those guys. I'm either going to lose it naturally or I'm gonna go to the salon and see what they can do with this.
You can just comb it over or like a comb over. My uncle did.
Way more!
So if you take a little bit of hair.
As Ace described how to do a comb over with exaggerated movement, they walk their way over to the salon.
Or you can take it from your backside and comb it to great! You look great!
They found themselves outside a friendly-looking shop, and in that shop was the salon owner.
Here it is.
Wow! Look at that toilet!
I know I'm not the brightest, but shouldn't there be a salon owner here? Oh, hello there! How can I help you? I used to have good hair, and now I have bad hair, and I want good hair.
Yes, you do. That's horrible hair. That looks like it was cut off with a sword.
It was cut off with a sword! I hate it.
Could I get some chest hair?
And anything you take off mine, give to him. But to be clear, I want it more.
I'm taking off yours to put on him, but you want more.
Yes.
I'm confused.
Roll a persuasion check.
God damn it!
With a 5, the salon owner was not convinced that he should give them hair for free.
Perhaps you should explain to me again.
Okay. Well, did you ever see American Gladiators?
Yes.
You know what all their hair was?
Yes.
Okay, I want that.
Yes. Okay, I can do that. And what about you? Are we talking Robin Williams or more?
I would have liked it braided, like I'm a Rastafari. All these braids coming out.
I want to be clear, he's not going to do an accent, though.
Okay, so not appropriating, just stop.
Absolutely.
All right. I think I have just the thing. Come
With the threat of appropriation on the horizon, the salon owner realized that the hair that was requested by Ace and Ronan was beyond his powers, and so he summoned a demon to grant the hair.
I know somebody. Come with me.
I
There was
trust
a
him.
crash of lightning and a stroke of thunder, because that's how lightning and thunder work. And then suddenly appearing in a puff of smoke was a demon.
Okay, should we be a little freaked out that they hate humans? And here's a demon?
But she's hot.
The demon was literally on fire. H rolled a charisma check. With a 5, the demon was a little bit offended.
No! What my little friend was saying was, you're hot.
Well, I know.
Ronan rolls a charisma check. With a 7, the demon was still a little bit offended.
What do you mean by
I
that?
just mean you're on fire. I'm sorry. Do you need a glass of water? I think they probably have cucumber
Do
water.
you not know what a demon is? I'm always on fire.
Well, I mean, we know what a demon is, but why don't you tell us what you think a demon is? All right, demon. Listen. I don't necessarily get along with your type, but I've got a hair problem.
Yes, I
And
have
this
noticed.
fucking guy can't do anything for me.
You know, it's your specialty with the, rock and roll style.
Ted, I've told you before. Don't interfere!
The demon was prepared to offer the outline of a bargain to Ronan and Ace, but meanwhile on the other side of town. We find ourselves outside a burned down shack. It was a hovel building once there, but now only a half broken down wall with no roof above it remains. For some reason, it's still smoking too.
I don't even know why you've come here.
Well,
It used to be such a beautiful place. We played down by the stream. My brother and I, my brother that I liked. Why are we even here? Why did he send us here? I don't...
Because he is a big meanie, and he wanted to break your heart and your spirit, so he would give up on finding the amulet. And also make you feel bad.
We want to find the amulet.
When Deirdre says the word amulet, another flash of lightning and then thunder, because that's how lightning and thunder work happens. And in a puff of smoke, a very familiar demon appears.
Oh, not you.
Deirdre remembered this was the demon who had granted her warlock powers at the height of her sadness, her rage against her elven family. She was confronted by her past. She looked into the void, and the void looked back, and the void was hot. The demon's name was Exposition.
See, Regina, I'm not afraid of you.
You know, Exposition, you're looking pretty hot.
I always do. I remember you.
I
Yes.
remember you too.
How are those, the magic spells going?
They're going alright. I'm enjoying having them.
And as the demon prepared to make Deirdre an offer she may be unable to refuse, everything went dark. Because it was time for an intermission! So please, freshen your drinks, use the restroom, and when you return, we'll see what the demon has to offer. As a hush fell over Audiencia because they realized the time for talking was done. Thank you. We find ourselves back in Elf City, outside the name of that salon. The Elf Salon. What is the name of that salon, Audiencia? Shout it out. I heard several things, and part of it is because I can't hear very well. You are outside of the salon. Harry Walsh, Tears for Fears. Where the finest elf hair is provided. We see the demon who is ready to make her deal.
Alright, before you give me this deal, I'm just gonna try to lay healing hands on my own hair. Alright.
What are you going to
I'm
do?
gonna use healing hands on my own hair. I don't need this team here. Alright.
You mean this head?
I can grow different hair.
It's glorious.
Meanwhile, on the other side of town, outside the burnt shack, the demon is talking to Deirdre.
Oh, I remember the last deal we made. We could make another deal.
Demons lie. They lie all the time. I've heard it.
What sort of deal?
Was it a lie when I gave you your powers last time?
Do you have great powers?
And you look like you could do more. I would just need something very, very tiny in replace it.
Meanwhile, at the salon,
Where do you keep going?
Well, what's happening?
Is it growing?
Ronan rolled to see if his laying on of hands on his hair would work. He got a 19! And yet still, nothing happened.
Maybe a little bit out of a mold. You have some hair coming out of a mold.
I should get that looked at.
Yes, it's a little asymmetric.
There's
That one's mine. That one might be the guy from Tears for Fears. I don't know.
Meanwhile, outside Deirdre's old house.
Alright,
I think you're ready to make a deal.
I think I'm ready to listen.
For just slightly more power, maybe lots more power, you would just, in return, kill your father for me.
Meanwhile, at the salon.
Nothing. What about me? Do I have any on my chest?
No.
It's like a baby's butt.
No.
Meanwhile, back at Deirdre.
Father, you want me to kill me, Father?
I mean, you could always reconcile with the family if you want to kill your father. Magic will be so powerful. So powerful.
No, Deirdre, you already have powerful magic. You don't need to make this deal. It will.
And you don't need to reconcile with your family.
No, it'll leave a mark on your soul. It'll change you forever. You won't be Deirdre anymore. You'll be a...
All right.
Meanwhile, at the salon.
It is like a baby's butt.
You can have your hair back.
Okay.
For one simple task.
Alright, what is it?
It's simple. She said it's simple. It's got to be easy to do.
Simple.
Potato!
You just have to fight your hair.
With that, the hair started to vibrate and combine until it formed a giant hair golem. Meanwhile, Deirdre's.
What do you get out of this?
You kill your father.
Yeah.
That's what I get out of this. I have tried for so many years, and he just keeps avoiding my tricks.
Why do you want
Just
him
it.
dead?
Because I want him in hell with me. He can help me rule.
Deirdre rolled for perception to find out if this was a sex thing for the demon. With a 12, Deirdre knew it was not.
It's really not a sex thing. More like brotherly love.
No, so then it must be a power thing. Do you really want this demon to have more power?
You don't need to listen over here.
Just kill your father.
Imagine the power.
As the demon whispered that over and over, she started to fade away like a Cheshire cat or something else that's sort of weirdly invisible. Deirdre and Immaculate were alone.
Listen, Deirdre, you are capable of getting more and more powers on your own without helping this demon.
But we need the amulet, right?
Yes, and we need it from your father.
And right, so if I kill him,
He won't be able to
he
tell
won't
us
have
where it is.
the piece anymore.
Yes, but do you plan on killing him after he tells us where the amulet is?
Well,
And he's going to tell you where the amulet is because he loves you best. Are you going
I
to
don't
kill
really
him then? Well, that's why he would give it to you as opposed to that
Buddy.
friend, whatever his name was.
Buddy.
His name was Buddy? Buddy the elf?
His name was Karen.
His name is Buddy. He just likes to be called Karen because he thinks it's cool.
No one thinks that Karen is cool. Not even me.
Well,
Listen, you do not want to kill your father when he gives you the amulet, which proves that you are, in fact, his beloved child.
do you think he'd really give it to me?
Well, if he didn't, that means he doesn't love you. You would kill him, we'd be in the same place. We would be without the amulet.
That's a weird thing for a cleric to say.
I'm just trying to think like you. But I have to tell you, you know who could give you even greater powers? Should you fail?
No, don't see it.
You
Don't see it. Oh.
Oh, great puppet chef, what right?
3 hours later.
So you see, there are other sources of power. You don't need to rely on this glorified imp.
Suppose if I killed him, we might not find the piece.
Yes. And who else you would never find? Love. The parental love that you have been yearning for. The kind you can no longer get from your mother because she's gone. Your only relative.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Meanwhile, back in front of Mary Walsh's Tears for Fears,
I think
Rowena and Eights find themselves facing the hair golem.
Do we have to have sex with that? It's a demon.
maybe. I think the reason there's so many tangles. The reason my powers aren't working is probably because I don't have any hair.
With that, they found themselves in combat. Rowena, you take the first action.
I'm going to take a slash at it.
Yes, go.
Rowena goes to strike at the hair golem, rolls a 5 and misses.
That was a terrible shot.
It's almost like he doesn't want to hit his own head. Now, hair golems, we all know, they smash things, they tangle things in their hair, and they do one other thing when they fight. What is the one other thing that they do in common, Audiencia? They yell puppy! They yell puppies!
I hope he doesn't yell puppies. Get my thing.
They're so cute.
With 5, Ace and Rowena feel mildly comforted by remembering that there are puppies in the world. Ace, your turn.
I am going to stealth and then use my bonus action to tangle his hair so he trips.
Ace enters into stealth and is very, very sneaky. With a 12, he tangles the hair of the golem together. So the next time Golem moves, it might fall down. Rowena, your action.
Huh?
Rowena, do something.
Does the hair golem not get a turn?
The hair golem already had a turn.
Don't
It's
puppy.
himself in his confusion. Rowena loses 1 hit point. Hair golem, your turn.
I cast locks of hate.
Locks of hate is cast on Rowena, but a 3 allows him to block it with his sword. 8, your turn.
I'm going to wait for him to step and fall. And when he goes down, I will take my sneak attack.
Wait, so now does he get another turn? Did you just give him a turn? I forgot to trip.
Rowena loses another hit point. The hair golem strives after Rowena, but falls off, and 8 strikes at him, taking off 2 hit points. And with that, I believe the hair golem falls, uttering one final phrase.
Puppy!
Although we won, I feel tragically sad.
It's all right. Good job, Ace.
Thank you.
With a flash of magic, the hair joins to Rowena's head as if it never left.
Magnificent.
Now that I have my hair back, I'm gonna try laying out of hands again to see if I can heal my healing points.
Yes.
Hold this.
Yes.
The magic began to flow from Rowena. Things began to spark, and lights flashed while a magical sound effect played.
I feel like I'm having a seizure.
And still, nothing happened.
Give me that.
And I still have no hair on my chest.
Be proud of your baby's butt, Ace.
Yes. Do you have any powder? I'd like to powder my baby's butt.
Before we have to see that in real time, we find ourselves outside of a magnificent mansion built into the trees. This is the home of Lord... What was his name again? Lord Brightsong. Yes, that's it. Lord Brightsong. Deirdre's father. As Deirdre and Immaculata approach the door to the mansion, they ready themselves for what may lie inside. With a puff of smoke, a flash of lightning, and a crash of thunder, because that's how thunder and lightning work, the demon exposition appeared back in front of her, demanding an answer from Deirdre.
And what is your answer?
I was really hoping I could just put this off.
Kill your father. You want the magic.
If you give into
the
this
power.
If you give into this demon, you will be forever indebted to this demon. You won't be free.
It was at this point that Immaculata and the demon realized that they should stand on Deirdre's shoulders, kind of like in the cartoons.
You love freedom, don't you, Deirdre? But you can have power without getting it from that thing.
Great.
I can give you power quickly.
You can have power and more, and you won't have to have this thing in your life forever.
I'd like to know what the and more is.
Audiencia, what is the and more that Deirdre could have?
Windmills.
She could have windmills!
You know demons can't abide by windmills, and how will you grind your grain without a windmill?
Who wants to grind grain?
That's a really good point. I like grind and green.
With that, Deirdre realized that the time had come to make her choice. Would she fight her family or free her family? Audencia began to chant along with the creature that they had been.
Alright, that's so loud. Immaculata, I'm trusting you.
With that, Immaculata and Deirdre made their way into the mansion to reconcile with her father.
I really appreciate what you've already done.
As they made their way through the halls, they heard a weird chanting in a large amphitheater ahead. Its pulse drove it, its primal and powerful. And then they made their way into a large, well-lit stage on which stood her father, her brother, and another elf wearing a weirdly canned suit and carrying a microphone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here for today's episode. Will it be fight or flight? We've got the family here. We've got the good Lord and his son. And then we've got the daughter and her friend, the chef.
She's a cleric.
A magic chef. Now, you want to reconcile with your family, correct? Is that what I hear right? Oh.
That was not the beginning of a sentence, it was an affirmative.
just so happens I've got them both here today. And would you like to reconcile with your long estranged daughter?
Nay.
So surprised.
You be quiet, you.
I've done enough of these shows over my life to know this can end only one of two ways.
Look, I'm not even sure she is my daughter.
Wait a second, for that one we gotta bring out my good friend Maury. Maury! Maury!
Maury was busy in another kingdom and did not attend.
Alright, I guess I'll have to get the test results. It just so happens he did the DNA test results and left them in the back real quick. Hold on, let me go get them.
While Jerry Springelf was in the back, the great god Odenski suddenly received a message as to how exactly this was going to work. Essentially, both Karen and Deirdre would have to try and persuade their father that he loved them more. The way they would do this is they would each take a turn to make an argument as to why they were the best child. And then a dice would be rolled, because that's how things work in this realm. If their argument was good, they would get a high roll. If their argument was poor, they would get a low roll. And basically, the best of three wins the love of their father. Wouldn't it be great if all family arguments were that simple?
Jerry.
With that, Deirdre stepped forward to make her first argument.
I cast Charm Person.
Or just use magic to cheat. Charm Person is a spell that makes someone feel like you are a friendly acquaintance, which is what you want your father to feel towards you. All of Deirdre's rolls will now be completed with advantage, which means she'll roll twice and get the highest of the two rolls. Deirdre, now that you've cheated your way through the game, please make an argument.
Great, so you liked my mother best, so basically I'm the better sibling, right?
With that, Deirdre rolled. She'll have to do better next time.
Your mother was a human.
Ooh! Jerry!
Which, may I remind you, you slept with, and according to these results, yeah, very successfully.
Karen, it's time for you to make an argument.
Well, you already promised the amulet to me. I'm your full son, and I have very big ears.
Ooh.
Unlike those.
Can I just say?
No, you cannot. It's his turn. Karen scores a 10.
He is right. He's got good ears.
With that, Deirdre decides to make another plea to her father.
Can I just correct him? Of course he's a full son. You give two parents to meet one person. Duh.
Nobody cared. Because of Deirdre's terrible ability at comebacks, she loses her advantage. Karen, make another plea.
I don't feel like I need to do anything else for this. I'm just going to show you how awful she is. And I cast Hideous Laughter on Deirdre.
Hideous laughter starts to control Deirdre, where she feels that she must laugh maniacally unless she succeeds on her saving throw. And so she's convulsed with heavy laughter, and that controls her whole being, and occasionally she snores. Now roll to see if that's endearing to her father. It is not. Karen, make an
more than once a year. I've been here 3 times this year, and she hasn't been here in, what, a decade?
It's a very convincing argument you acknowledge. With a 10, it's moderately successful.
I don't feel like I need to try very hard, honestly, Dad.
To be fair, she's not doing very well.
Yeah,
Deirdre, state your case.
Father, need I remind you that he is one of Herman's henchmen who have raided our village numerous occasions and may or may not have killed your wife.
That is a very convincing argument. An advantage.
The crowd behind her, Caroline finds himself at disadvantage because of the flow of the show.
Mike loses 1 hit point for breaking the 4th wall.
I cannot keep track of who I've killed, so may or may not is true, but that also means I may not have killed whomever. I didn't do this.
Oh, that's double disadvantage. That's a terrible argument. It's still 12. It's still pretty good. Deirdre has one last opportunity to bring it home, literally and figuratively.
Dad. I'm just, your precious baby girl. And I'm always gonna be the youngest because I'm a human and that means that I'm younger than all the rest.
Double advantage. But it's still only a 13, which isn't good enough unless Deirdre can...
Immaculata comes in with some advice.
Great. I guess maybe I can ask my friend, Audencia.
Oh, Audencia.
Could you please help me win my father's affection?
Your father maintenance.
You can give him a child.
What we were looking for was a game mechanic where we got the giant inflatable dice and had one of you roll it to assist. Someone from Audencia volunteer by raising your hand. You there! I'm going to come out of my booth now.
He's coming. It's going to take a second. I could have also done this time outside the booth. We didn't move.
Come on up.
Do not worry.
What is your name? What do you have to represent?
Zion!
Okay, fire, ladies and gentlemen. Roll the dice.
Called to help this useless mortal. I mean, not useless.
It's a 19!
With that, Deirdre's father, Lord Brian's song is split. He realizes that he has to love both of his children, which is strange for him to realize that right now.
I guess I have to help you both. So, here's the piece of the amulet, and you two must share it.
What?
What?
They had never been on a road trip together, so the father didn't realize how terrible this plan was.
How about I take it for now, and then I'll give it to you next year when you come back to Elson.
You know, he's going to reincarnate Herman, right? With that amulet.
With that, her father took the amulet and threw it in the air like a jump ball. And they both tried to grab it at the same time. Karen rolled a 17, and Pietro rolled a 14.
At that point, the rest of our heroes realized they could help.
We should go up that big hill and go to that house where all that chanting's coming from.
Yeah, that's a great idea. This place needs rebuilt.
Yeah.
I've had quite enough of you, sir. I am just going to tenderize you with my meat tenderizer until you give me that amulet.
All four of you came for one piece of the amulet?
We came for our friend.
And the amulet!
It's also the amulet. And my hair.
Look, isn't his hair lovely?
You do have nice hair.
Oh, you can share that.
The party is losing the thread, Lil.
I'm going to use my power of thermometry, and I am going to distract this
Elves and elves.
It's Elf City.
Anyhow, I'm going to distract him using my power of thermometry to make a loud wolf cry, and he's terrified of wolves.
With that, the magic starts to take control of Audiencia itself to make a loud wolf cry. In 3, 2, 1. Karen is terrified of wolves and drops the piece of the tablet, and then dashes off, yelling one final reminder before he goes.
I have bigger ears!
Does have bigger ears.
But we have the amulet!
You did it!
Wow. That's amazing. And the party was split. You're never supposed to do what we want.
Should we all high five or something?
As they freeze-frame high-five, they try to decide where they should go next to find the next piece of the amulet. They can either head to the north, where Catalonia, the land of cooking and baking, resides, or to the east, in Anderton, the home of giants and ogres and orcs. Audiencia. Should they go east or should they go north?
Let's play it. If we think that we should go east, then Audiencia will let us know that we should go east. And then we'll think about going north.
Yes.
And if north is louder than east, there'll be a way easier way to figure it out. Alright. So everyone think about the east and pray about the east. And if Audiencia speaks to us about the east, it should be right now.
Woo!
And then if Audiencia prays, and we pray to Audiencia about the north, and they think about the north, we should hear about it right now. Okay, one more time. Let's pray about the east. Let's pray about the east. Okay, north. I think we should go east.
Our party decided to head east to Anderton, the home of the giants and the ogres and the orcs, where Ace felt that he would face some darkness in his own.
And at that moment, Audiencia realized that by cheering, they were contractually obligated to return. On Saturday, August 12th at 8 p.m. As they realized, sure, they could visit bitchitprof.com/tickets for tickets, or they could see Kelsey outside for a Bitcoin, which is like a ticket, but cheaper.
Thank you, everyone, everyone for a great show. Let's give yourselves a big round of applause. This has been TBD&D. Let's give a big hand for our cast. You've done a great job tonight. Has been a great success and a lot of fun thanks to you. We do this once a month, as we said. Our next show is next month in August, on August 12th, and we would love to see you all there. You can either buy tickets online, or you can buy tickets, these Bitcoins from Kelsey at the bar, which are good for a future show. You just have to bring them in and turn them into us. We have been TBD&D. This is the Fitted Problem. We have tons of shows here, some like this and some different. So if you like what you saw, please check out our site and you'll see a bunch more shows. It's a lot of fun. We have shows pretty much every Friday and Saturday and some other days as well. So look up that and please come back. If you didn't like what you saw, this show's never going to happen again. It's going to be completely different. So you'll see a brand new show, which will be so much more geared towards you. We also have classes and events. If you want to look up those, you can reach out to us at contact Bid Improv. There's a link on the site to message us.
There's also a kids show and workshop tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. Tickets are available at bidimprov.com. We would love to see you there. Sorry for swearing in front of any kids that we
tomorrow. Please roll a perception check to find out if Roller is actually sorry.
I'm just bleeping kidding.
Thank you. Give yourselves one big more round of applause. The bar remains open. Please feel free to stick around and grab another drink. Thank you. You've been a wonderful audience. Good night.